Hi guys, Zeth here, and welcome back to another episode of Kaizo Caverns. So I just wanted to show this off. I did this off camera before last episode. It's basically just a shortcut to the second intersection. This is actually one of the things that I love about Vex's maps. They're all like interlaced and it's very well designed like that. You can almost always get to where you need without having to backtrack to the basically front or beginning of the map, which is a very good design. So it's pretty awesome. Okay. And we had a shortcut to the monument anyway. But yeah, I just wanted to bring the episode in, show that off. This is actually being recorded before last segment that you saw last episode. But anyways, I'll see you guys in a moment. Another nice little trick that I did is I actually switched out the I basically put a lever down there, which is right next to a hopper. So basically I can fill this up with stuff, and if I change my mind, I can just pull it back out. It's really nice. It's something that I'm sure a lot of people do anyway, but I I was missing here and now I'm not, and it's awesome. So while we're nice and safe in our base, basically, let's take a swig of this mystery potion. This is number 8. Let's see what we got. Instant damage. That hurt a lot. That's still very good to know because instant damage is kind of useful occasionally. It at least takes care of creepers somewhat. I really wish instant damage actually did damage to other mobs, but I guess it kind of makes sense that it doesn't, and it does make healing potions very strong because, you know, they're both damage and healing. So as just coming down here, and I heard that. Trying to figure out where he's coming from. Uh, I want to, but at the same point, no, no. It'd kind of be a little bit of sequence breaking, I suppose. Uh, but cool, we have a blaze to look forward to. Yay! Actually, could just be here. You know, it's probably just here. I mean, we did have a blaze here, I'm pretty sure. Is he up there? No. Okay. Didn't think he was. I mean, I thought he was enough to check, but I'm gonna say I didn't think he was because that makes me feel better. Ah, that's where he is. He's up here somewhere, I think, maybe? No. Okay, so he must be on the ground somewhere. Either way, it doesn't really matter all that much, I guess. And lime wool that's nice and tucked away. So, what can we do with today's episode? We just got the lime wool. We've gotten a lot out of Ilvern. I'm pretty sure it's pretty much done. There's probably still some stuff we need to find, but I think with the rest of this episode, hopefully I'll be able to finish this off. I make no guarantees of that, of course, but yeah, I'm gonna try and finish this a little bit. You got anything in there? No, good. Um, basic plan here. I wanted to have a nice overlook for the mobs, so I could just take a peek in on them, because I think that's kind of fun. And same here. Just wanted to be able to see them spawning and stuff like that. I actually have an idea of how we can get rid of the torches in there, which I guess I'll demonstrate real quick. The explosive arrows actually, they don't do enough explosive damage to break a block, but they do enough to knock off a torch. So I'm gonna see if we can do that, at least for half of them. Because otherwise I'm gonna be, actually I might do that, where I'm just, I walk in with completely, basically gear I don't care about in the slightest. I think that might be the easiest way to do it. Huh. Well, I made one of those mistake thingies. I went AFK and I forgot to pause. And as far as I can tell, a skeleton with a piercing arrow came up and decided I looked very much like it needed to be shot. So, yeah. Hopefully I'll actually get back in time. I actually am not sure if I will or not. And I've got my kitten again right next to me. Being super playful and cute, but not making it any easier. Is in here? Oh, crap. I think it's down there. Or was it over? Yeah, my stuff's gone. Dang it. I don't think he had anything too valuable on me, though. So that's... It's annoying, but it's not gonna stop me, you know? So, yeah, we're good. Just annoyed. I got it. I got it done. Our mob spawner is now working quite nicely. I need to finish a couple things. Like, I'd really like a few items to be automatically sorted out. I actually took the bones and rotten flesh home already. But yeah, like I said, we weren't that far off from infinite arrows, so here's our infinite arrows. And infinite potions, too. Still not going to use or abuse those or anything like that. So let's take a look at what it actually is. Basically, we've got a nice hallway to look at everything spawning in. We've got those two up there. We've got a spawner right there, which I need to actually get back on and do that with. That zombie is pretty much never going to be falling off there, I don't think. So, yeah. All he's doing is taking up a spawning spot. Then, you know, typical pushed with water kind of thing. So it's a really standard generator until you get to over here. I've got some spikes from the You Will Die mod, which they don't generate experience, and the way I see it, in vanilla, in actual vanilla, I'd be able to just have them all drop off a predetermined height and get free experience from it, basically, right? And that's basically how they work, how mob spawners in vanilla work. I can't do that because all of the mobs here, I mean, like, you can see that guy. He has 209 health. That guy right there, 25. That one right there, 20. So there's no height I can drop them off of where it's a guaranteed kill. So having a modded thing like that, I don't really see it as an issue. That being said, Hi, cat. Hi. Okay. Well, that's kind of better. Not really. What is causing that? Yeah, this is, I have like really slow turning now. I'm not sure what that's from. I basically have to hit every button in the entire game to probably figure it out. F6, F7, F8. That did it. And I'm also a little worried about that message right there. Because that could suck. If... I guess if I have to, I can always MC edit back stuff that I need. So if 90% of the map's gone, I can actually, get it back. Yeah, we need extra storage to take everything home. Because there is way more than I could ever carry myself. So time to time to get some of these guys going. And this is pretty much the biggest use I can think of for these guys because they don't really work all that greatly right now. They're fixed in later versions, but later versions aren't for 1.6, and super hostile maps aren't for after 1.6. At least as far as I've heard. I haven't actually tested myself, but I would not be too surprised. I remember watching Vex and Ari play their, I don't even remember what map it was, Sunburn Isles, and they were having some pretty big issues, so I'm not gonna, just not gonna bother. Let's see how much we got in here. I'd like to take all these potions, if I can. And make you. Should be able to just put all the arrows in that one. Bones. And hopefully, this should be an easy run home, honestly. I'm not too worried about it. There we go. Pretty much made it home. Only lost one, surprisingly. And that was, thankfully, one I don't care that much about. It was basically the one that was full of cobble. Or one of the three, I should say. So it's not that big of a deal. And I can't help but notice the chunk rendering issue over there. I don't want to notice it, but I mean, it's kind of in my face. So it's a little hard. Which actually, that's one of the things that game design talk. That's one of the things that I've always found annoying about what people call fair and unfair. In vanilla Minecraft, you can basically completely ignore the walls if you want, as far as looking is concerned. I mean, you can build your own X-ray machine. They're not that hard, and it's perfectly fine. And this is really relevant to a super hostile because I could do that. I could dig over to that area, and you know what? I could just say, oh, it's in vanilla. It's a vanilla issue, so clearly it's fine that I'm abusing it. Also, if you notice a little oddity right there, my cat just knocked something off my desk, so yeah, I'm hopefully going to be doing some fancy editing. Get on it, editing room Zeph. But yeah, I mean, it's just, if there's an issue with the game, why is it less permissible to have a mod that takes care of that issue? Or, you know, I'm trying to come up with a good way of saying this. The best example I can come up with, I think, is going to be, again, with Vex. He has a series where he's doing Meteor Storm Survival in... Oh, cool. Already got that. Meteor Storm Survival in... I'm completely blanking on what what game actually has Meteor Storm Survival. Space Engineers, there we go. And it's like, he's got a couple mods in now, and he's said he's worried about adding or using too many because it gets away from the vanilla game, and I can understand that bit, but he's also said that it's unfair to use the Twin Welders mod for auto repairing armor because it's not in vanilla. But he's okay with using it, so I mean, hey. It's like, you know, where can you actually draw the line? It's always, I don't know. I'm using Vex as an example, not because I think that he's an idiot or anything like that. I have huge respect for the guy. I mean, he really is one of my favorite Let's Players to watch. But I definitely disagree with some of the balance ideas. I mean, it's like, if something's overpowered, it doesn't matter if it's from the game or not to me. If something's overpowered, it's overpowered. Simple as that. We need a sword, or something to hit stuff with, really. Okay. You're empty. Okay. Just gonna chow that down. Okay, can you quit moving? Thank you. There's a couple more. You're good to kill. I'm gonna take the armor. A lot of this I don't really feel like sorting myself. Not gonna lie. But yeah, you're dead to me now, so now you're dead. Okay, you can just toss the rest of this into our sorting chest up here. What I mean, it's... Again, I can understand where people come from with that, but just because something's in the vanilla game doesn't mean it's not broken. And just because something is added in a mod doesn't mean the mod is unfair either. I play Space Engineers, and obviously I play Minecraft modded too. And I don't consider the way I'm playing this as unfair. I really honestly don't. But on Vex's forums, he says any mod used or that alters gameplay is technically cheating. And sure, yeah, technically I'm having a different experience than someone who's playing a completely vanilla experience, or a completely vanilla Super Hostile would. But it's not necessarily easier. I mean, again, I've seen enemies with several hundred hit points. You don't get that in vanilla. Not even vanilla Super Hostiles have that normally. I say normally because there might be one Super Hostile that I haven't played that has that kind of stuff, but yeah. I don't know, it's always interesting to see where people draw lines and stuff like that. And we have pretty much no more room for cobble. So let's make some cobble into smooth stone. This is going to take a while. And I don't have anything to upgrade my one over there. I could make a multi-furnace though. Let's grab a pick. I guess I'll get to introduce you guys to multi-furnaces this episode. And these are actually, again, I don't count these as unfair either. I mean, it's used for crafting. It's kind of like a little bit like applied energistics. Most people don't consider that too broken. Although I will say that I'm not a huge fan of applied energistics anyway. Nothing against those who do, but I like having to have a sorting room. And no matter how messy it is, I like that. I like having to organize it myself more than having it organized for me. And that's just personal balance kind of stuff. Okay. So crafting table uses, it can be that, or you can use these. There we go with that. Used, use, boom. Okay, multi-furnace core. Basically what it does is that. It, okay. It's like, where is the fuel? But no, it's good. And actually we just kinda did like 90% of the furnace's work. Because, yeah, and I'm pretty sure you have to do that to get to do 9 at a time. Yeah, looks like you would. There. As efficient as we can be. But yeah, it does take fuel, I'm pretty sure at the same, or the roughly the same rate that you would for a vanilla furnace to smelt. If it doesn't, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Cool. Finally have all of our potions actually being sorted correctly. So you can actually organize this a little bit. Again, we don't have to do this kind of stuff, but I just kind of like doing it. Alright, so this is actually the last potion that we need to identify. So let's see. Potion number 1 is hunger. Oh, well, that's no fun. I know we have a lot of bread in here. Yeah, there we go. This bread was actually, it's all from that farm over there. Thanks to our wonderful bone farm. Because that's a nice thing about our mob spawners. 2/3 of them are skeleton. So we get a ton of bones and a ton of arrows from them. So we're not going to be hurting for either of those, I don't think, for a long while. If ever. Yeah. Plenty of bones. Kind of low on string, but I do have a spot in mind if we wanted to set up a string farm. Really, the mob drop I want the most of right now is going to be gunpowder, which is not something we're able to get too much of at the moment, thanks to one of those pesky creepers blowing up his spawner, which is still annoying. Okay, right now we're actually getting set to go on another journey. So I'm going to finish figuring out what I want to bring, and then I'll show you guys. So to end off the episode, we're going back into another Mistcraft dimension. I didn't show these off on camera last time, but these are, again, something that is not vanilla, of course. I've already been in here, but it's still just as dangerous as it was the first time I got in here. Oh, I actually need to grab something, because I'm a derp, and I forgot torches. Because torches are kinda nice. And thankfully, unlike the worlds I've been in before, on this world I should say, there we go. Trying to figure out how doors work. Unlike the previous worlds I've been in, this one, it's got two things that are interesting. First, it's actually got a day-night cycle that matters. Oop. And there's another biome nearby. So I've got that guy down there and the ghasts flying around. It makes it not so much fun. By which, of course, I mean it's a lot of fun. So, yeah, sadly, you can't really get a good view at night. Finally turning day so I can actually show you guys this beautiful world. Basically, we've got our nether biome right there where all the pigmen and ghasts have been spawning. They suck. We've got, oh, I didn't see that before. We've got another fort over there. We've got a couple overworld biomes here. We've got crystal tendrils. Honestly, this is the kind of world I would have made myself. Except I wouldn't have made that biome. I would have made a slightly different nether biome. Anyways. But yeah, this is a pretty nice mist world. Again, I'm not going to use these. Oh, and I did die. I had a supercharged armor creeper, well, give me a hug. Which I also wanted to say, if you are ever going to get into Mistcraft, make sure you have an extra linking book or two. Because again, I had one set down at the beginning right there. Yeah, the creeper blew it up. I mean, I still, thankfully it dropped as an entity. But, I mean, I need to replace it. Nope. Kind of worried that I'm going to get an accidental hit on a pigman, honestly. Not worrying about that enough to stop me from trying to shoot the ghast, but meh. Yeah, fine. Yeah, what I was trying to get at with the discussion of balance is, to me, or at least for super hostiles, it's more of the feeling. Like, I went into depth about this in the Spellbound Caves, but how I see it is you're not necessarily meant to take total advantage of the game. Some advantage, sure. I mean, like, you're not meant to abuse the game, I guess I should say. Or abuse things, like, you could do an entire super hostile without worrying about food or anything like that. You could just tunnel into the wall, and heck, you don't even have to have a pick. You can break stone by hand. You don't have to play by Vex's rules at all. But it's more fun if you do. And that to me is why I am perfectly fine if I do modded super hostiles. Because I try to make sure it's still going to be interesting. I mean, there's the arcane boar in Thaumcraft. I could just set that up, tunnel out all the wools. I'm not going to, but I could. And I think it's nice to have more options. Like, I want to get into Thaumcraft because then I can actually burn stuff with the wands, which is actually part of the reason why I am in this world. But anyways, I am going to explore a huge amount around here. And hopefully I'll have some fun stuff to show you guys for next episode. But I'm going to call this episode here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.